This is code.org, and we are smearing our flyer across the screen. Mush. Oh no, not again. Alright, calling functions in a draw loop. You can call functions inside, that's just weird, alright. You can call functions inside the draw loop just as you would anywhere else in your code. Do this. A function that will draw a background has been created for you. A sprite has been created to move across that background, okay? Call the function inside the draw loop so that the sprite appears on top of the background. Note, don't create functions inside the draw loop. Make them at the bottom of your code. Alright, but I don't think we need to create a function for this one. So here's our draw loop, and here we have trees background. Wow, that's a bunch of code, and notice they put it in a function, right, this green block thing, and the function's name is trees background. Now, when we create a function, or when they do, that's great. The computer sees it. It doesn't run it. It doesn't care until we ask it to. So we have this box of code that we can run at any point, but we never say its name. Now, with sprites, the draw loop runs 30 times a second. So if I were to, let's go ahead and say this function's name right here. Boom. Right? This is called a function call. It's me asking it to run. What am I going to ask to run? Trees background. Alright, now I'm going to hit run. Now this still smears across. We get the trees background, right? That happens. It runs all of this code. Once it finishes running trees background, it goes to the next line of code, and then it runs the draw loop 30 times a second. What is the draw loop? Well, we're drawing the sprite, and we move it over by -1 each time, so it appears to go across the screen. The problem is we never blank out the background. Right? So we need to blank the background, refresh the background, so it covers up the old animation. Otherwise, it looks like he's smearing because the old animation of him moved over one is still there. We're just putting the new animation of him over one, each draw loop, 30 times a second, on top, so it smears. Now, if we were to do this, it's never going to look like it has been blank, because it runs so fast, 30 times a second. But for a teeny splits of a second, what happens is the whole thing is blanked out by trees background. All this stuff gets drawn on top of the old image, so that hides the old version, the old location of the character. Draw sprites redraws the character, and all we ever see is a screen with the character on it, but that will blank out the old animation so there's no smear. We did it! Ta-da! Onward!